Day 2 of the 2016 St Andrews Links Trophy, and the wind was up. Blue skies for most of the day here at the home of golf though. There was even a few hardy souls dipping their toes into the North Sea over there in the West Sands. The old course providing a different kind of test for Europe's elite amateur golfers, big bunkers and even bigger double greens. Joint overnight leader Conor O'Rourke from Ireland wasn't phased though. An early start and a blistering front nine of 31, that's 5 under, sent him well clear early on. So could he keep it up in the tougher back nine, or could anyone else challenge? Well, the man who shared the lead overnight, Scotland's Craig Howie from Peebles, was 2 under for his front nine, but eventually carded a level par 72 to stay -6 for the tournament. Fellow Scot Jamie Savage might have had a chance to join him in that total if this birdie putt had dropped at 17. He had to settle for a par and reaches the halfway stage, tied for 8th at 5 under. Travis Smith matched O'Rourke's front nine of 31 and had this putt on 13 to go 6 under for the day. It stayed out, and a couple of dropped shots, so the Australian hit the halfway mark, also tied for 8th at -5. South African Jovan Rebula continued his good form from day 1. Here playing his approach on the par 4 15th, that's 455 yards into the wind, and nicely onto the centre of the green and rolling up pin high. He was 2 under for his round at this point, with not a bogey on the card and sitting nicely at -6 for the tournament. He had this putt to go to 7 under and mount a real challenge towards O'Rourke at the top of the leaderboard. In it went, but he gave that shot back at the next hole and he finished the day, tied 6th on 6 under. Scotsman Ewan Ferguson had bogeyed the first. He then proceeded to get 4 birdies in the next 6 holes. Here at the 9th he was looking for his 5th birdie of the day to go out in 32. A beautiful approach shot, but the putt stayed out. A 2 under par 70 puts him -7 for the tournament, tied for 4th. Another Scot was going well. Sandy Scott from Nairn. Here a nice recovery at 16 to save par on his way to a wonderful 67. Just the one bogey for Sandy today. He sits -8 and a tie for 2nd place, just 1 off the lead. He shares 2nd spot with Kim Koivu from Finland. He'd opened his scoring with a 66 in day 1 and was looking to capitalise. A fantastic shot there from the rough on the left here on 16, setting up another birdie opportunity as he looked to get his 5th of the day. Currently ranked 119 in the world, the Finn saw the putt home in fine style. It was his last birdie of the day. A 3 under par 69 though, a good day's work. But back to the overnight leader, Conor O'Rourke from Ireland. His round had faltered a little. This putt for par at 16 missing to give him his 3rd bogey on the back 9. And as the crowds watched on at 18, he had to make a tricky putt to par the last and give him a 1-shot lead at the halfway mark. Definitely a game of 2 halves today for the Irishman.
A couple more chances on the front 9. Still, you have to put the ball in position in order to take advantage, but definitely a little easier. Coming back in, you just have to dig in a little bit. Some difficult holes, tricky wind off the left, with obviously trouble up the right all the way in, so just kind of have to be a bit careful and just plotch your way around it as much as you can. A course like this in a tournament like this kind of attracts the best all across Europe and even further afield, so yeah, nice to be in the mix and trying to compete against all the best. It's a good challenge.
And finally, as we headed towards the end of play today, there was a very special flyover from the Red Arrows. A spectacular end to a great day's golf. 51 players made the cut at 1 under par, and 36 holes on the old course awaits them for the final day's play.